In this video, I will tell you about the use of parameters manager and formulas in AutoCAD. So we have this simple drawing which we have made in the previous lesson, and in order to apply different formulas on different parts of this geometry, we'll once again go to this parametric tab. Now on this tab we have this parameters manager here. So now click on this parameters manager and this parameters manager palette will pop up. Now here we have this list of all of these constraints, the dimensional constraints which we have applied in the previous videos. Now these constraints are also available on this geometry, but they are not visible. In order to show them or in order to make them visible, click on show all button on the dimensional panel. So now it will make all of these dimensional constraints visible. Now in this case you can see that this radius 2 value is close to 25.98, the radius 1 is 31, d1 is 145 and d2 is 87.37. so now all of these are independent values, they are not dependent on each other, but we can make them dependent. So we'll start by adding our own parameters and then we'll add different formulas to make these dimensions dependent on each other. I'll explain it here in this parameters manager. So here on the parameters manager, click on this FX icon. Now this will add this new user parameters. Now here type area and that will be the name of our new parameter. Now we have an expression value here which is set to 1. So let's click on this and now let's type the expression value and we'll use the area of this circle, which is this one. So in this case I'll type pi multiplied by radius, which is radius 2, and that's the name of this parameter here or this dimension here. This radius is known with the name of radius 2, that's why I'm entering radius 2, and then this caret sign. So this caret sign is available on your keyboard. So when you press and hold shift key and press the 6 key on the number bar, you'll see this caret sign. Now after that type 2. So this formula indicates pi r square. So here we have this pi multiplied by, which is indicated by this star mark, radius 2, which is this radius, and the square is indicated by this caret sign. Now radius to the power 2. Now once this is done, simply press enter and now you will see the final result here. So the area of this circle can be seen here in the value. So now we have one of the parameters defined. Now let's define another parameter, which is area of this complete rectangle. Although in this case we have this part of rectangle missing, but let's assume that we want the complete rectangular area. For that I'll click on this FX again and I'll add R area, that is for rectangle area. And now the rectangle area will be equal to length multiplied by width. So that will be simply d1 multiplied by d2. So here I'll click in this expression column and now I'll type d1 multiplied by d2 and simply press enter, and we have the final result here. So now we have the area of circle and the area of rectangle. Let's use these values and let's apply them on this geometry. So now the first thing that I'll change in this case is this d2 value. In this case, let's say that we want to keep d2 value always half of the d1 value. For that, go to this d2 here, and here we have this expression. Let's double click here and let's change it to d1 by 2 and now press enter. And as soon as you'll do this, you'll notice that the value changes here also, and also the geometry will respond in an appropriate way. Now the value of this length will decide the value of this width in this rectangle. Also we have this radius value. Now let's use this radius value to decide the length of this rectangle. And in this case I'll simply go to this d1 value, double click on this, and I'll type 5 multiplied by radius 2 and now press enter. So now the length of this rectangle will always remain 5 times that of this radius value. Now our geometry is getting a little bit deformed, so in order to make it appropriate, I'll change this radius value. So I'll double click on this radius and I'll change this value to 24 and press enter. Now with respect to the size of this rectangle, the circle is still very large, so I'll change one more parameter here. In this d1 I'll change this 5 to 8 and now press enter. Now we have an appropriate rectangle. So now the d1 length is always equal to 8 times that of radius. Okay, so now we have most of these parameters applied on this geometry, and now you can simply see how these values are connected with each other. In this case, if I change the value of this radius, this will change the value of length because it is dependent on that. As you can see, that d1 is equal to 8 times of radius 2, and when this length changes, it will change the length of this line here or the width of this rectangle, because d2 is always equal to half of d1, which is this one. So changing a single parameter will change all of these values using this parameters manager. Now in this case, you can see that we have not applied any formula on this case. Now if you want to apply any of these formulas, you can do that as well. And for changing the value of this radius, we'll use these user parameters. So we have defined these two parameters. Now let's say that we want to keep radius of this circle always equal to 100th time of this area. For that, I'll simply go to this radius value, the radius 1, and now let's type area by 100 and now press enter. And now you'll notice that the radius will change appropriately, and in this case the radius will always remain 100th time the area of this circle. So now they are completely dependent on each other. Now in this case, if you want to add more formulas, if you want to make it even more complex, you can add that also. For example, let's now double click on this and let's increase this radius value to twice of its original. So in this case, I'll add this bracket along this complete formula, and now I'll add 2 and add this star mark. So that will make the complete radius twice of the value which we have already assigned. Now press enter, and here we have it. So in this case, 100th time of the area of that circle multiplied by 2 is equal to the radius of this circle. So that's a little bit complicated formula, but yes, you can apply these formulas and even more complicated formula that involves logarithmic or trigonometric values also using this parameters manager.